Greetings everyone and welcome to lesson 4 of this American English using the FLR technique. My name is Moses McCormick, and if you haven't seen the previous lessons, I'll post, well, the last lesson I did last week, I'll post that in the description area. You can check that out. And when you watch that video and check the description area, you'll be able to find a video to the previous video. So every video, every lesson that I bring out, you will have a link to the previous lesson if you missed it. So, in a previous lesson we talked about when, okay? And today we're going to focus on where. Alright, so if you've seen the previous lessons, you know what to expect. You already know what I'm going to do here. So let's get started. So, where? So when you meet someone, that's one of the questions they're going to ask you. They're going to ask you, where did you learn English, or where did you learn Chinese, Japanese, Korean, whatever language you're learning. But in this case, we're going to talk about English. So they ask you where you learn English, you can say this: I learned English in my home, or I studied at the university. Okay, you don't have to repeat English here. You could say I studied at the university, or you can say I learned in my home. I studied it in my home. Okay, these are two possible answers to that question. Now, someone asks you where you from, you can say I'm from the United States, or I'm from Korea, whichever country you're from. Where do you want to go, or where in the US or the United States will you go? You can say, if I go to the United States, I want to go to New York. Okay, it doesn't have to be New York. You can use any other place in the US. I just use New York because that's a popular state. Where did you go, or where were you when you were in America? You can say, when I was in America, I was in New York. When I was in America, I was in New York. Where's your hometown? My hometown is Akron, Ohio. That's my hometown, of course. If you're from a different place, you can say my hometown is Seoul, Korea. Okay. Now, let's take a look at the keywords, how we use these keywords to incorporate with these sentences. So, although, okay, you can say something like, if you want to use although with this first response, like I learned English in my home, you can say, although I learned English in my home, I also study at the university. Although I learned English in my home, I also study at the university. But how about that one? I learned English in my home, but I also study at the university. I learned English in my home, but I also study at the university. Okay. So if I go to, how about this one? From the United States, I'm from Korea. So although I'm from the United States, or although I'm from Korea, let's start with this one. Although I am from the United States, I want to go to another country. I want to go to Korea. Although I am from Korea, I want to go to the US or any other country other than Korea. How about now? Let's jump to the now. Now, no, let's not use that. Let's see. Other. We just use other. Although I'm from the United States, I want to go to the other country or another country. So you guys get the point here, how to use these keywords. You use them, you just mix them up with the material. You do that just with all the material that you have here, all the material that you have in front of you, you can mix up the keywords in that way. Okay. My hometown is Akron. My hometown is Akron, Ohio, but I live in Columbus, Ohio. My hometown is Akron, Ohio, but, or now I live in Columbus, Ohio. Okay? Even if, how about this one? Even if I go to, let me see. Oh, even if I want to go to New York, I also want to go to California, or I also want to go to Washington, like that. Okay? One more. My friend or my teacher told me that if I go to the United States, I should go to New York. My teacher told me that if I go to the United States, I should go to New York, or I should go to California, or any other place in the US. So that is today's lesson. It's very simple. I just show you how to use the keywords and show you the common questions and the response and possible responses that you can make when asked those questions. So that is it for today's lesson. If you have any questions, contact me through email or make a question in the comment section. And that is it for today's lesson, and I will see you in lesson 5. Thanks for viewing. Take care.